Hello, my adorable Aquariuses. It's Cosima from Cosima Tarot. I hope you've all been well, and I've done a tea leaf reading for you guys today. So let's get started. I prepared the tea, and I didn't recognize anything out of the ordinary except the tea leaves formed what looked like to me like a landscape. It was kind of flat with some little hills here and there. I unfortunately didn't take a photo, but I just kind of kept reminding myself of this term landscape in my mind. So after I went ahead, enjoyed the tea, thinking of you all, and then I also saw some images. So first, let's talk about landscapes. It depends what they look like. So if they're very high cliffs and the terrain is rugged, let's say, it looks like, there would be more difficulties. This one had tiny little hills, and for the most part it was flat. So I think, Aquarius, you're going through something at the moment, and there may be some minor difficulties, but success is on the way. You just have to kind of navigate this a little bit of a hilly path. So I did find that the landscape message resonated with the next images that I recognized once I did drink the tea. So let's talk about those ones. So the first image that I recognized was of this woman here. She's seated, and so she's seated here. Here's her back. She has her head facing down, and her arm is pushing out straight as if she's resisting against something. Here are her legs. So she's in this seated position. And I also see someone behind her, again, in a seated position, also with the arm out here. So another arm out here. So having someone in a seated position with the head down, with the arm out, it could mean, it could be symbolic of resistance. So some kind of resistance to external pressure, Aquarius. You are defending your boundaries. This is a symbol of self-protection. The fact that you have someone behind you, it could mean that you have support, whether it's friends or family, also maybe even someone spiritual protecting you. But there is some support behind you in whatever you're dealing with here. But this is definitely, let's say, a forceful image, like this sense of as if you're pushing back against something. So it's symbolic of testing your strength, testing your willpower. You may be going through this period if people are trying to push your buttons or testing your boundaries. You are not going to have any of that. And rightfully so. It also could be symbolic of perhaps feeling a little bit overwhelmed with whatever's going on, whether it's a career situation, relationship, or some personal matter in your life. It's almost like you've had enough and you're putting your foot down and your arm is out, pushing back. So that was the first two images. The next one was another two images above these two. So here we have a head with two like shoulders and a hat, and it's above this person here supporting you. Then you have another image of a hat with a cloak, but there's no head. The person doesn't have a neck. It's almost like the clothes are not even on the body. It's just the clothes that are hanging there. So I thought that was interesting because there's this element of duality in your reading, Aquarius. There's the images of the two people, arms out, resisting, rejecting whatever is going on. You're not having it. Then again, two symbols with hats here. So the hats represent roles, identities we have, the titles we take on. They can also represent masks. So the one hat image above you, which does not have the face or the neck, or let's say the body, it feels a bit hollow. It feels a little bit empty. It could also mean, emotionally speaking, like you've checked out, like you're still putting up a fight against whatever is hassling you, bringing you down. You're still putting up a fight physically, but perhaps this is more like mentally you are spent. You have had it. You're just emotionally depleted, let's say. And the image of the man who has the shoulders and the hat above this supportive person, it's like, well, where's the rest of the body? it's these two halves that are making a whole in this scenario. You have support, so that's good. But, each person in this equation feels incomplete in some manner. It's not like a win. It feels like there's something missing. But in any case, so the hat, which has the head, and no body, it's almost like there's a partial identity, or there may be a feeling like this person isn't showing up fully how they should. Like they're supporting you, but again, it's partial. So that was the first, first few sets of images that I recognize. Then here we have the number 3. So of course, in a tea leaf reading, the 3 can represent 3 people, 3 places. It can have some significance for you, Aquarius. However, number 3 also represents new opportunities or connection, whether it's like social connection, business connection, involving 3 people. But it can also be symbolic of balance. And what I mean by that is a balance between mind, body, and soul. So if you have kind of been neglecting yourself, not taking care of yourself, like in terms of exercise or reading a book or things that you like to do, is just kind of a gentle reminder to, as things do get tough in life, but it's always good to put yourself first and kind of take some downtime to repair, And then the last images that I recognized was this thin, very thin black cat. So we have its tail here, it's very thin, and then this is its face with the little ears, and then we have a mouse, kind of a fat mouse sitting on top of it. Again, the duality that we've been seeing throughout your reading, Aquarius. So what do cats represent? They are a symbol of independence, mystery, the unknown. We know that they're very cunning. And mice, of course, mean resourcefulness. They perhaps symbolize vulnerability, caution, or even fear. So there's part of you, Aquarius, that feels like you want to catch the mouse, so to speak. You want to catch your prize. And the mouse speaks to being alert to any psychological games, like the cat and mouse type game, right? Psychological, emotional. But you are ready for success. It's just you have to be cautious that basically trust your intuition. The cats are also known to, follow their instincts. So go with your intuition in the next coming weeks. Take some time out for yourself, Aquarius. There is that element of duality, like you may feel like you're taking on everything on your shoulders. You do have support. Maybe not exactly the way that you would like to have, but it is there, which is good, right? But like I said, success is on the way. There are these little minor bumps here and there, but just keep at it and put yourself first, okay? So I hope that you enjoyed the reading, Aquarius. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.